Into frame. Hey everybody, took a week off from doing anything. I worked on a side project that's going to be coming out, but a lot of things going on. Not all good, but needed to take a little breather, and so therefore we're going to be catching up. There's a few articles that definitely dropped recently, and we're going to talk about it. So without further ado, script, monitor, let's do it. So we don't normally talk about Xbox because I'm not a big Xbox guy. I'm a Sony guy. That's what I am. Sony. But I do want to say that they just dropped a teaser trailer for the new Fable. Right now just being called Fable. It's going to be coming out for the Xbox Series X down the road. At least we remember its name this time. We won't try to get that wrong. But yeah, I did back in the original Xbox day. I was a huge fan of Fable. Fable the Lost Chapters, which was like the expanded version, better. I played Fable 2, Fable 3 was okay, and I know that whole studio, Peter Molyneux, his studio was the ones behind it all, and then they had that Connect version that was garbage, and it's just, we haven't heard anything from the Fable series in a while. But I want to note that this game is being developed by a studio by the name of Playground. They are known for the Forza series, so it's a Microsoft studio in-house, and this is also coming off of Microsoft saying we're gonna less emphasize on exclusive games. Exclusivity is what I was going for, but they're gonna be dropping a new Fable for their next console. It's kind of cool, I like Fable. We'll see. Don't have an Xbox One because there's nothing out there I want for it. So yeah. Switching over from Microsoft to Sony, I want to talk a little bit about Sony. Microsoft, and more particular, Insomniac, has released our first glimpse of what PS5 box art is going to look like. They released the Spider-Man Miles Morales box art. Subject to change, as always, but this gives us an idea of just how simple and streamlined that the box art's going to be. So I just thought it was kind of a nifty little thing to throw out there. Yeah. Speaking of the PS5 and to a certain degree the Xbox Series X, Ubisoft has been the ones to come out recently saying, at least for this year, 2020, games that come out are not going to be $70. I talked a couple weeks ago about how NBA 2K had a listing for their next basketball game being at a $70 price tag for PS5 and the Series X. Ubisoft is saying, at least this year, we'll see what changes, they're going to still have that $60 price tag for those new games. So that's definitely something interesting to keep in mind. Other studios could follow suit. It's hard to say if the prices are really going to go up or not, because as I talked about a few weeks ago, more time, more effort, newer engines. There's a lot of details at work here that might make the cost have to go up a little bit. We'll see. I'd prefer if I could have a choice, like $64.99. Like if we're gonna go up, let's go up like $5. But I don't control the studio, that market. We're gonna have to see what happens. But it'll be interesting to see how other studios follow suit when we start hearing more and more about their games. Still talking about Ubisoft. I'm gonna butcher this because I didn't look it up. That is not good. I forgot to look up his name. I cannot think of it for the life of me. And I didn't write it down because I thought I would be able to get it. So, Farcry 6 was announced, and this actor, who is in Breaking Bad, he is in The Mandalorian. I can't think of his name, and I'm bummed that I can't think about it, but you know what? That's how it is when we do this way. But Far Cry 6 has been announced. We got a teaser trailer showing a little bit of this individual. Then we got an actual full-on trailer, because the teaser got leaked, and we now know the game is going to be set in a Cuba-like dictatorship world. There's going to be a big emphasis on narrative. The actual villains are going to have a much more deeper role. One big thing they didn't speak at all about, and it kind of is squashing the rumors on its own. Like there was speculation that maybe Voss was going to have involvement in the next Far Cry, unless they're hiding something up their sleeve in terms of the timeline, in terms of something, I don't know. Probably not. But this man, whose name I cannot think of right now, and I know Chris, you know his name. Mike, you probably know his name. So many other people. And if I wasn't recording this on my phone, I'd look it up right now. But you know what? we're gonna do something here. We're gonna make it a little bit interesting. Let's go find his name. Let's do this together. Because if we can't use the phone because of our method of recording, how about we just, use a very slow internet browser. So we're gonna do a quick search here because it bothers me that I can't think of his name. He's in this list somewhere. Where are you? Where are you? There we go. I can't pronounce that either. Giancarlo Esposito. Yeah. All right. Oh, that guy was in it. I never watched Breaking Bad, so it was just never something I got into. My main reason was I could not. Whoops. Coming down on the ledge. Coming off the ledge. I just never couldn't separate Bryan Cranston away from Malcolm in the Middle. But, now we have his name. All right. He's going to be the main dictator the main villain, it seems, in Far Cry 6. You're going to be playing as a rebel. You're going to be customizing yourself right from the start, male, female. There's supposed to be the talk of third-person cutscenes to actually make it more, viewable of what's going on. And there's a huge factor playing into his son and how he kind of is involved in all this. He's a child, so people will be like, "Is it Young Voss?" It's not Young Voss, no. But Far Cry 6 coming out, PS4 and 5, Xbox One, and Series X, I believe. So I think early next year. Don't remember that exactly, but either way, switching gears off of some video game news, we're gonna jump to some movie and television news. I had to double check my articles here. The New Mutants. That is a movie that has been in limbo forever, and then with the whole Disney merger, and then Fox making this one, and then Disney wanting to do their things, the reshoots, the scheduling, and then the whole pandemic delaying it yet again. We finally got a new trailer this week at the Comic-Con at Home San Diego thing. They released a new trailer showing a lot of details about it. The possible villains, who I've never read the comics, so I don't know who they are, but they look creepy. That's awesome. The movie itself is still coming out. We just soon-ish, maybe this fall. A lot is factoring based on everything that's going on. So yeah, but it's just kind of cool. It's not a forgotten series, or a forgotten project. It is still out there. It is still coming out. I'm looking forward to seeing it. It looks really interesting. But regardless, in other movie news, Tom Holland, apparently on his Instagram a week or so ago, whenever that was leaked, but hey, we're catching up, posted this little image of his chair, apparently, on a studio set for the Uncharted movie. Because if you didn't know already, they are making an Uncharted movie, and Tom Holland has been cast to play a young Nathan Drake. This is kind of being pictured as more of an origin story, even though Far Cry 2 did have some young Drake, but not Far Cry. Uncharted 2 did have some young Drake in there. One other thing I did find interesting when I was looking into this, there were many names attached to the Uncharted movie project for a while. Nathan Fillion, who personally passed. Mark Wahlberg was another person that was rumored. And it seems like he might still be involved, but rather as a younger Victor Sullivan. So I don't know how true that is. That'd be really interesting, Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg. But I don't know. Uncharted movie, it could be really good, or it could just be kind of, just play the games. So, but Tom Holland's a good actor. I like him. He's only been in one thing that I've seen, but, he's a good Spider-Man. But so are the other ones. In other TV news, we only got two more things. We're getting at two more things. A surprise to, I think, everybody. G4, X-Play, Attack of the Show. Three things you probably haven't thought of in a long time might be coming back. Comcast, who owned that network, and then pretty much made it go away after it just became a bunch of Ninja Warrior and old episodes of Cops and whatever else it was. But there's a rumor that we might be seeing it come back next year, 2021. I would actually be really intrigued to see, even though it's only been gone a few years, but a modern version of these shows. Attack of the Show is awesome. I remember when I first got into that show, every day after school, I would watch it and just be entertained with the tech gadgets, the funny clips, and Kevin Pereira, really funny guy. He's been doing Hack My Life on True TV, which is, I think, another one owned by Comcast, but I'm not sure. And with that said, if they are going to revive Attack of the Show, give him a contract, bring him back, please. He's funny. He had a few of the co-hosts. He had Olivia Munn for a while before she decided to go off and try to make it in Hollywood, and hit or miss with her movies. He had a few other people, but it'll be interesting to see if like Matt Myra comes back, any of them. If Chris Hardwick gets involved. I know he did a lot of work with them. But then switching over to the X-Play side, if we see X-Play come back, even if it's only for one episode, I would love to see Adam Sessler come out of whatever hole he is living in California, because I know he kind of stepped away from everything. He worked with the YouTube channel for a while, which was really funny, and then even walked away from that. But I would love to see him come back, and Morgan Webb, if those two, I think that's her name, if those two got back on board for a couple episodes of X-Play, or even just like a first episode to pass it off to whoever. But I'm intrigued to see if G4 actually comes back, if it has any caliber of what it used to be, and if it does come back as an actual station. I also want to see, even if it's just old episodes, if they haven't been doing it in years, I don't want to see any American Ninja Warrior. I only want to see the proper Japan Ninja Warrior, which is actually, good. And then like the Unbeatable Banzukai and some of those shows. Those would be awesome. Code Monkeys. Code Monkeys needs to come back even in reruns. I don't care. But yeah, I'm intrigued to see what's going to come from that little tidbit. Finally, The Walking Dead, because if there's any Walking Dead news, I try to talk about it. We did not get our season 10 finale because of the pandemic. Post-production kind of they couldn't finish it. Like, it was filmed, they just couldn't get the rest of it done. And we've been waiting. When are we going to get the finale? They teased us the finale. We know Maggie's coming back. I talked about how she had that other show that didn't do well, and Maggie's coming back. So Princess, I'm loving the actress doing that. She's doing a great job in the role. Everybody else, but all that said, it is coming back. We are going to get our season 10 finale, I'm pretty sure it's 10, on October 4th, which is a Sunday. And then following that, like that night, we're going to get the first episode for that new spin-off that I don't know the name of, but I'm not going to look that one up. But either way, season 10 finale of The Walking Dead is going to happen a few months away, October 4th. I'm excited for it to see how it's going to end that season and then where they're going to go from there. But yeah, I just wanted to say that. So I got nothing else. Pretty sure I got nothing. Yeah, I got nothing else. Script, we don't need that anymore. But I do want to say, I'm back. I'm doing things. I'm trying to do things more steady pace. I just had to take a little time away. But if you like these articles, we got our old partnership back with Extreme Hardcore Nerds. Definitely check out their Facebook page for more articles and more. Until the next video, be safe, be kind. I'll see you next time.